Centuries later, Great Zimbabwe was rediscovered by European explorers. But instead of celebrating its African origins, colonial powers spread false narratives, claiming it was built by foreign civilizations like the Phoenicians or Arabs. These myths were designed to deny Africa credit for its own history. Deep in the heart of southern Africa lies an ancient mystery: massive stone walls, towering structures, and intricate designs, all built without mortar. This is Great Zimbabwe, a city that once stood as the pinnacle of African innovation and power. But how did this incredible civilization rise? What secrets lie within its stone walls? And what caused its ultimate fall? Join us on AfriFacts as we unravel the captivating story of Great Zimbabwe, Africa's lost empire. The story of Great Zimbabwe begins around the 11th century, in a fertile region blessed with abundant resources. This area, strategically located near key trade routes, became the perfect cradle for a civilization that would dominate the region for centuries. The rise of Great Zimbabwe. At its peak, Great Zimbabwe was home to an estimated 18,000 people, a thriving metropolis built by the ancestors of the Shona people. But this was no ordinary city, it was the center of a vast kingdom whose influence stretched far and wide. So, what made this civilization so successful? The foundation of Great Zimbabwe's rise lay in its mastery of agriculture and livestock rearing. The fertile soil and reliable rainfall allowed the cultivation of millet, sorghum, and other crops, while cattle became a symbol of wealth and power. These agricultural surpluses supported a growing population and fueled the kingdom's economy. The secret to Zimbabwe's wealth. But the real key to Great Zimbabwe's wealth was its strategic position along Africa's ancient trade routes. The city became a hub for trading gold, ivory, and other precious commodities, connecting the interior of Africa with the Swahili coast, and ultimately, the wider Indian Ocean trade network. Traders from as far away as China, Persia, and India sought Great Zimbabwe's treasures, exchanging them for exotic goods like porcelain and silk. Perhaps the most awe-inspiring aspect of Great Zimbabwe is its architecture. The city's builders crafted massive stone walls and towers without using mortar, a feat of engineering that has stood the test of time. The Great Enclosure, with walls reaching up to 11 meters high, remains one of the largest ancient structures in sub-Saharan Africa. But these walls weren't just functional, they were symbols of power, wealth, and unity, proclaiming the greatness of the kingdom to all who entered. By the 14th century, Great Zimbabwe had reached its zenith. Its influence stretched across southern Africa, with vassal states paying tribute to its rulers. The kingdom controlled vast gold mines, which fed the global demand for this precious metal. In fact, Great Zimbabwe's wealth was so renowned that some believe it inspired the legends of King Solomon's mines. But who ruled this great kingdom? While details about the leaders of Great Zimbabwe remain shrouded in mystery, oral traditions speak of powerful kings who wielded immense authority. These monarchs not only commanded armies but also oversaw complex administrative systems that maintained order across their vast domain. The fall of Great Zimbabwe. Like all great civilizations, Great Zimbabwe's glory was not eternal. By the 15th century, the city was abandoned. But why? What caused the fall of such a magnificent empire? Stay with me as I bring you answers to the above questions and much more. One theory points to environmental degradation. As the population grew, the land were overfarmed, leading to soil exhaustion and declining agricultural yields. Others suggest that overgrazing by cattle depleted the land, forcing people to seek new pastures. The Great Zimbabwe trade shifts and political instability. At the same time, trade routes began to shift. New centers of power, like the Matapa Empire, emerged and diverted commerce away from Great Zimbabwe. Internal strife and competition for resources may have further weakened the kingdom, making it vulnerable to collapse. Despite these challenges, the precise reasons for Great Zimbabwe's decline remain a mystery, adding to its allure. What we do know is that its people didn't vanish. They spread out across the region, carrying their culture, skills, and stories with them, influencing the societies that followed. Today, Great Zimbabwe stands as a proud symbol of African ingenuity and resilience. Its name lives on in the modern nation of Zimbabwe, where it serves as a reminder of the continent's rich and complex past. The ruins have been declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site, attracting visitors from around the globe who marvel at this testament to Africa's greatness. If you've been inspired by this journey, make sure to like this video, subscribe to AfriFacts, and ring the notification bell for more captivating stories of Africa's past and present. Have you heard of the Great Zimbabwe before? What do you think is the greatest mystery of Great Zimbabwe? Share your thoughts in the comments below, we'd love to hear from you. AfriFacts. Africa's stories, Africa's pride. Thank you for watching AfriFacts. Together, let's rediscover the stories that make Africa extraordinary.